Good afternoon and welcome to our last Meliá Fitur today. For the last one, we have saved a delicious session that will speak of trends, hotel experiences. And for that, we have a wonderful professional, Laura de Vega, who is our FNB Luxury Brands Director. Good afternoon. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to come back in Fitur with the good news of 2022, where we recovered our situation after 2019, and where there's also been growth, and we expect to grow more for this 2023. And the good news of going back to our teams as we were in 2019 and recover the whole team. Also, with the improvement in quality of all the F&B experience, improving the offer and the product. So it'll be a pleasure to discuss this about 2023. Okay, great. So let's see the F&B strategy of the company, and I'm sure you'll tell us very, very interesting things to begin with. In your opinion, which have been the latest news in the field of food? How has this been found in our hotels? Well, the focus for quite some time was on the standardization, generating this wonderful product. So we have focused in this past year on creating a standardization of processes, procedures, all the processes that make the product be consistent and of the same level wherever we are found. Of course, for all this process in the essential brands, we have used very much digitalization, and we've let our staff, our talent, focus on what gives value to the experience, and all these processes and procedures in the back of house and front of house would allow to be more digitalized, standardized. We've improved the data quality. We've improved the traceability of all the processes. In our kitchens, we have improved as well related to ESG and our social responsibility, all the waste treatment. And with all that, we've used very many tools in which we've seen evolution in different fields of the company that had to get involved to make headway as we have this past year. And there are very many tools that we have evolved with. For example, being able to pay with our bracelets in the all-inclusive, how to improve the booking systems, how to generate all these payment methods. It's a world that, speaking of the essential brands, that have contributed with great added value. Also, we continue with our strategies for the luxury brands, where we are still growing in our portfolio of our own concepts. We bet on creating unique experiences for Meliá's portfolio, and we are focusing on positioning and adding value to our properties. And we are going hand in hand with a great partnership, sometimes restaurant brands that we incorporate in our portfolio, so we have an added value, or other times it would be expert chefs, expert baristas, or even great strategic partners like the Basque Culinary Center, or not just training programs, also specific projects that we are doing together with them, as well as other universities. So this has been a little bit the things we've been working on in 2022. Wow, digitalization processes, results, sustainability, new partners, old partners, wonderful. And for 2023, what lies ahead of us?
Apasionante desde el punto de vista
This year is going to be very exciting in FMB. Many new projects we have for this year. I think the great milestone is that the Paradises brand, which is so settled in America, it will come to Europe with our Paradises in Gran Canaria and in Salinas. And with this bet on bringing the brand to Gran Canaria, what do we offer in America with this brand? A connection with local products, the experiences of our own projects. And if we take this to these parts of the island, we get back to the Casa Canaria and recovering this local food with specific partnerships with local suppliers. Ice cream is local, the chefs are local, and we are generating this experience. And in the all-inclusive, although it's a concept, it gives it a touch of being part of an experience of another restaurant. And the all-inclusive that you were mentioning this morning, yes, exactly. This, on behalf of Paradise, is another great opening that we are very excited about, is where we will be creating a hub of FMB spaces with a full experience in Milan. We do this with a strategic partner in FMB, Sunset Hospitality. And with them, we are bringing to the city a baker with expert cake maker who is a local. Also, Eric Lawrence for the courtyard part. We'll also bring a chef for the Japanese concept that we have on a terrace. Can you imagine? In downtown Milan, an Italian concept, which would be Isola, which is an abrupt concept where you are living the typical Italian concept in the bar as well. More inaugurations. We will inaugurate in Meliá in Albania as part of our growth in the Mediterranean with 12 points of sale, 12 bars and restaurants in that property. And then very small, very exclusive products of like the Meliá collection Gorongoro, where we are already present in nearby in Serengeti, but now we will open up on the crater itself, on the Gorongoro, and there we will offer a very local experience, a grill base based on the fire that we're working on with all the local meats and local fish. So this is just to mention a few of the highlights that we will see in this year, but I'm sure we could keep on talking of many more destinations. I don't know which one sounds more exciting. I don't know if Milan or Ngorongoro. It depends. It depends on the plan you have in mind. What about the tendencies in the FMB world? What are the main trends, would you say? And how would this have an impact on our hotels? Well, no doubt, a great example of the that we opened up this year when we speak of this part of the local product and the product that is connecting with the destination is local. When you bring an experience like the one we have put in our Villa Leblanc in Menorca, where we put the daily catch for fish for the customers, where of this daily catch, we can try that local, very fresh product where we have a separation, where we're using traditional local recipes. all those connections that you can really, really feel that are so very local, very authentic. Exactly. Of course, the notion of paradise, the all-inclusive, is no longer this general open offer that people would think of from the past. And now it would be our spaces, our own concepts, which are exclusive of ours, created with exclusive culinary dedication, like, for example, a taqueria where the chef is Mexican, bringing the recipes and the flavors of Mexico. And with this standardization that I was mentioning, we managed to ensure that the recipes are just as tasty, whether you have it in the Dominican Republic or in another destination. But this idea that even if you're an all-inclusive, you can go to specialized restaurant as if you were in a city or outside of a resort, that I think is an added value to the experience, no doubt. For sure, the change in the food and all inclusive is a step ahead that will put us way ahead of the competition. Yes, these two lines related to sensitivity, well cared for spaces, and in the model, our hotels more and more are becoming gastronomical hubs. We are creating destinations in the city, or if it's vacation destination in any resort. But in any case, a place where people come to the hotels to live this experience, because we are creating with the proper care for F&B and destinations, we're creating very attractive spaces where the clients come, like this Omni Dubai or this Le Corbusier Meliá or Menorca, with 4 culinary spaces that make it attractive for the guests to have these experiences. So these gastronomic hubs are also part of the tendency. We speak more and more of how hotels are more and more open to the public. And the gastronomic role is, as you were saying, very, very important. Yes, no doubt, attracting clients to the hotels. I would say that food would be one of the main drivers. And clearly, we never take the culinary experience as something standing apart from our brand. Every food space in our hotels is following the brand strategy. This mix of brands that we have in our portfolio, where in every position it's different, of course. In the brands in which we don't have just the customer staying at the hotel, but also you could be attracting others with the local positioning. And because those who come and visit us like to be a part of, have a local experience. So this is where we apply the strategy of distribution, um, positioning, in also working on tools or on a CRS system that will be implemented this year in Mimosa. And this helps us capture the local customer and retain the clients we already had, and how to retain them, because the clients that we retain consume more, and it is easier to keep a former customer than capturing new ones. So this loyalty of the local client or being attractive for others is something we always take into account. Also, considering that all the SFB spaces are aligned to the brand that they are present in and that add a value to these brands. Oh, well, since we have here Laura, I'd like to ask for recommendations. A rooftop, a restaurant, and a cocktail bar. Could you please recommend? I know it's very complicated. If I say only one, no, okay, tell us about several. It's complicated. I mean, we have in restaurants, we have very well-consolidated spaces that are taking up more space in the market, like Gran Meliá, Don Pepe. But setting aside the ones that are already consolidated, let's speak of the new ones. We have Luciano Monosilo, who is Michelin chef from Rome, or executive chef. Yes, the king of carbonara, according to the New York Times. And he was there was an article in the Times yesterday on him. He's the executive chef, and he opened up a Foli restaurant where you have the Roman gastronomy. And so that's one of the news, perhaps, for this year. Besides the positioning of others like Yothuma in our Gran Meliá Phoenix as a brand of reference in the destination, or another arrival, which was unique, who is a local partner in Amsterdam, who has taken the inside Amsterdam operation and created a concept called Hasta la Vista in our bar and the Sky Bar in the inside Amsterdam. So something to visit if you are in the city. Then you were asking about cocktail bars or beach club, whatever. Both. Since I have my minute. Look, for cocktail bar, Amaro in Gran Meliá Agripina has managed, with the association of people who have this name in the city. We created cocktail bars, and the entertainment is so much related to the world of bars, making it a very dynamic space. And then we had Eric Lawrence with present in Ibiza this summer, positioning his bar as the sixth in the main bar 6 weeks after the inauguration. So the partner is strategic. Wherever you find them, you should go. And then to finish, beach clubs. Let me see. We have very consolidated rooftops like Me London, Me Milan, or we have Swallow with Azotea Group in our inside Calvia, a rooftop with a transparent pool. It's it's a must do if you're in Mallorca in the summer. And we have a great opening with Sunset Hospitality of a wonderful beach club in our Gran Meliá, which will open up soon. Wonderful. Laura, I mean, it's been wonderful to hear all these things. You've given us so many ideas. And that's it for now in this Meliá Live Feed Tour with a touch of gastronomy and reason to visit our restaurants and to continue visiting our hotels for more and more exciting experiences. Thank you. Bye.